warm welcome to Northeast Tonight, the show that decodes the region. I am Wasbir Hussain. After a brief lull, the cry in favor and against the Citizenship Amendment Bill has once again come to rock Assam. As many as 46 organizations had enforced a statewide Bandh on October 23rd, backed by the ruling BJP's alliance partner, the Assam Gana Parishad. The AGP, in fact, chose the day of the Bandh to organize a rally against the BJP-led government's move to amend the Citizenship Act. The BJP wants to amend the Citizenship Act so as to legalize stay rights to Hindu migrants from Bangladesh as well as the other religious minorities who may have entered India following persecution in their countries of origin. We all know the arguments made by the BJP in favor of the amendment, saying India is the natural country Hindus can turn to in case of persecution on religious grounds. Parties like the AGP and organizations like ASU say India is a secular nation and no citizenship can be granted to anyone on the basis of religion. Now, the Bandh was successful to a great extent, and the people who backed the Bandh are mostly the same people who largely voted for the BJP and brought it to power in Assam. This indeed is a huge dilemma for not just the BJP, but its leader in Assam, Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, who was given the title Jatiyo Nayak following his stand to free Assam of illegal Bangladeshi migrants. Will the BJP in Assam brazen it out? Will nothing happen until the 2019 Lok Sabha polls are over? Can the BJP afford to let the AGP part ways? Before we begin the debate, let me quickly go to Golaghat, from where I am joined by AGP President and Senior Assam Minister Atul Bora. Mr. Atul Bora, welcome to Northeast Tonight. Mr. Atul Bora, your party supported the Assam Bandh and held a protest rally on the same day against the Citizenship Amendment Bill. My question to you, would you have been a happy man, Mr. Atul Bora, had your alliance partner, the BJP, would have accepted your demand and decided to withdraw the proposed plan?
Yes, definitely. We will be happy if the central government accepts our demand on Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016.
Right.
From the very beginning, AGP has been opposing the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016. Our party held a rally, protest rally on 23rd of October at Guwahati.
Yeah.
Thousands of people gathered in the rally, and it made it very clear, it is quite clear that successful protest rally and Bandh called by different organizations that the bill is totally against the sentiment of the indigenous people, and the people of Assam will not accept that bill.
Right. Now, Mr. Atul Bora, the AGP-BJP alliance, according to public perception in Assam, has become totally shaky because of the diametrically opposite stance on the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Do you agree to this public perception that your alliance is very shaky?
Yes. Already 2.5 years have completed by BJP-led government in Assam, and we have been working together.
Right.
But now they are taking stand supporting the bill, and AGP is taking stand against the bill. Of course, you are right. We are shaky at the moment because we feel that if the bill is passed, then it will totally frustrate the NRC process.
Right.
And this is unconstitutional. It will create chaos and it will violate Assam Accord.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Atul Bora, you have admitted that the alliance is shaky. Now, what do you expect from the Sarbananda Sonowal-led government in Assam? What is your expectation as an alliance partner?
See, people's expectation is very high. Our expectations are also many. See, we want that Assam Accord should be implemented in toto, especially total implementation of the clauses of the Assam Accord, settlement of illegal migrants issue once for all, development, the demand of 6 ethnic groups, Ahom, Sutia, Moran, Motok, Kuzas, Bonki, and 3 tribes, flood and erosion problem, interstate boundary problem, protection of rights of the indigenous people, etc. These are the major problems.
True.
And above all, you see, Mr. Sonowal, he's the man who took initiative to repeal the IMDT Act.
So there is a lot of expectation from him.
So the people of Assam want that he should take bold stand against this Citizenship Amendment Bill.
Right.
We also expect the same.
Right. Now, on one hand, Mr. Atul Bora, there is the NRC exercise going on one hand. It's an exercise to free Assam from illegal migrants. And on the other hand, there is the move to amend the Citizenship Act so that Hindu Bangladeshis and other religious minorities from other countries can be, their stay in India can be legalized, basically granting up citizenship. Now, the BJP's argument, as I have already said during my introduction, is that India is a natural sanctuary for Hindus in the neighborhood. What do you think?
No, see, this is not acceptable. India is not natural sanctuary for Hindus. That is unacceptable. That is not acceptable at all. Because India is a secular country, and the updation process of NRC is going on under monitoring of Honorable Supreme Court.
Yes.
So, under this situation, if the bill is passed, if they think so, then it will totally frustrate the, NRC process.
I'll have to let you go, Mr. Atul Bora, but before that, is the AGP likely to seek support of political parties, more political parties across the country against the amendment move to the citizenship bill? Because you have already met several political party leaders.
Now, see, we have already met the Shiv Sena chief Uddhav Thackeray in Bombay. After that, we have met JDU chief Nitish Kumar in Bihar.
Yeah.
That way, since the very beginning, we have been meeting different political parties, and a few days back, we have met the chairman of Joint Parliamentary Committee.
Yes.
And other members. We have decided to meet all the members, 30 members, individually.
Right.
To place our demand.
Absolutely. Now, my last question to you, Mr. Atul Bora, do you now expect the Assam BJP leadership to apprise the party high command and initiate steps to withdraw the entire plan of amendment of the Citizenship Act? Is it in your wish list, Mr. Atul Bora?
Yes, we want that. We want that initiative from the state BJP leaders, from the chief ministers, from senior leaders, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. We want such thing from them. Okay,
that was Mr. Atul Bora. Thank you very much for participating in the program from Golaghat, joining us. That was the AGP President and Senior Assam Minister Atul Bora, admitting that the alliance is shaky and that he expects the Assam BJP leadership to tell the party high command to take steps to actually withdraw the proposed plan to amend the Citizenship Act. Now, to discuss the sensitive issue, I am likely to be joined soon by ASU advisor Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, and in the studios, here in the studios, I have Congress leader Mr. Duzen Sharma, I have AGP Vice President Mr. Dilip Bora, BJP spokesman Mr. Rupam Goswami, AIUDF MLA Mr. Aminul Islam, and joining me from Guwahati University is Professor Akhil Ranjan Datta, well-known writer and political commentator. Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta is joining me from Guwahati University, and of course Professor Prasenjit Biswas is joining me from Shillong. Yes, Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, ASU advisor, is already with us. Prasenjit Biswas, professor at Northeastern University, and we may also be joined by senior advocate Manish Goswami from New Delhi. Welcome, gentlemen. I would like to begin by asking Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee. You see, I don't know whether you heard Mr. Atul Bora, the AGP president, who has admitted that the alliance is very shaky because they are bent on sticking to their stand to stop the proposed amendment to the Citizenship Act. Do you think that is the mood of the people in Assam to stop amendment to the Citizenship Act? And how do you think the state government should respond?
See, before this act, Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016, the central government, they have imposed two orders and notification. One, Foreigners Amendment Order 2015, Passport Entry into India Notification 2015.
Right.
So these orders and notification is not acceptable to us. Third is the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016. Now they are introducing long-term visa. These four is not acceptable to us. Order, notification, bill and long-term visa, these four are not acceptable to us. It is meant to protect the interests of the illegal Bangladeshis in the state of Assam. We cannot support it, we are opposing it. Since 2015, we are continuing our movement. And see, movement in three stages. One, within the state. ASU and 28 organization, we are continuing this movement.
Okay.
One movement that is Northeast-wide, that is under the leadership of Northeast Student Organization.
Right.
Third, the national-wide. We had made 10 political parties, regional and national, so that some people must be there within JPC who can speak on behalf of us. That we had organized, and that process is on.
Okay.
At any cost, at any atmosphere, we won't accept this. And the central government must grab this. And the state government, the Honorable Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal-led government, they must come out for the protection of the indigenous people of Assam. If the BJP supported Meghalaya government, Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, and the cabinet can take a stand on to protect the interests of the Meghalaya people, why not in the state of Assam?
I will. Yes, Dr. Bhattacharjee, hold on. I will come to Rupam Goswami for his reactions of the BJP. But before that, let me go to Professor Prasenjit Biswas. You are quite vocally arguing that this whole opposition to the Citizenship Amendment Bill is targeted at Bengali Hindus. You know, and the BJP is arguing that India is a natural choice for Bengali Hindus who face persecution in any country, whether it is Bangladesh or any other country. That's the natural choice for Hindus to turn to. How do you argue the case?
The point is that Bengali Hindus are recently termed as Hindu Bangladeshis. And this kind of a twisting of the identity of the Bengali Hindus, most of whom are genuine Indian citizens, is something very racist, and it is ethnically charged. Now, as far as Citizenship Bill is concerned, as you have pointed out, the Citizenship Bill is constitutionally flawed, and it doesn't really respect Article 14, which is equality before law. Therefore, Citizenship Bill is a hoax. No one can ever justify this kind of a bill, which really doesn't give anything to even the persecuted minorities, what it has stated in its intent. Therefore, the bill is deeply problematic, but at the same time, in order to oppose the bill, there is a huge xenophobia. And you can see people are threatening people. They are trying to create a situation which is ethnically very tense in Assam, returning to 1983, and this kind of statements are made.
So,
Can't we avoid this kind of politics of polarization?
So Prasenjit Biswas,
when we
you are
debate
saying,
between
Dr.
ourselves.
Dr. Prasenjit Biswas,
Right.
you are basically, you are admitting that the Citizenship Amendment Bill is, the proposed amendment is flawed, the idea is flawed. At the same time, you are saying that the opposition is seeped in xenophobia. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, it's steeped in xenophobia and it is targeting ethnic and linguistic minorities, as well as the target may become even religious minorities.
Let me take
now,
this question
to... not spoil the atmosphere of Assam in this manner.
What is the... I will come to all the panelists. Let me talk to Mr. Aminul Islam. What is the stand of the AGP? Can you clarify AIUDF? What is the stand of the AIUDF? Has there been any change in your stand? Because as Professor Prasenjit Biswas is saying, that the bill idea, the amendment idea is flawed. It is almost unconstitutional. But at the same time, the opposition is seen as having racist overtones. I'll take the views of Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee after that and Mr. Dilip Bora. But Aminul Islam, what is the AIUDF stand on this?
Our stand is clear that we are always opposing against the division of foreigners by the name of religion. Not a single foreigners who came after the 25th March of 1971 should be allowed to stay in the state of Assam. Either he may be Muslim or he may be Hindu, but not a single foreigner should be allowed to the state of Assam, and the problem should be solved by the as per the rules and laws of Assam Accord, as per the provisions of Assam Accords. And on the contrary, what the BJP party is advocating, the word Hindu. The word Hindu was a word that was Persian word. For the first time, it was used by the Arabian people. The people.
Oh, come on! You are now. Let us stick to the point.
Yeah. Actually, the people who are living in the Indus Valley, they were called Hindus, and the group of pupils following the Sanatan school of religious beliefs, they are follower of Sanatan religion.
Let's not go into that, Aminul Islam. Come to the point.
This is the point, that this is why we can't accept the theme that India is a national sanctuary for the Hindus, because the Indus Valley is right now in Pakistan. Indus Valley. If the inhabitants of Indus Valley is Hindus, they are right now in Pakistan.
No, you are coming up with a new theory, which is I'm not going to go on
but
this
the word
explanation.
is misused by
Keep
the
things
BJP.
simple.
The word is
Keep things simple, Aminul Islam.
is misused by the BJP only to polarize the society and only to
you have
get
made your point.
political advantage by the BJP.
I will come to you.
So our stand is clear that we are always opposing the division of foreigners by the name of religion. Not a single foreigner should be allowed.
Don't go on and on. Don't go on and on. Your point is very simple. You are saying that you don't want foreigners to be judged on the basis of religion, and you are opposing the proposed amendment. And this is the basic point you are making. Duzen Sharma, do you agree with what Aminul Islam is basically saying? that is almost the same stand your party also has, the Congress party.
No, not that. We have a very clear stand. Our party has a very clear stand. Our party was instrumental in signing the Assam Accord. It was Rajiv Gandhi's initiative for whom this Assam Accord was signed. And we follow the Assam Accord. We support the Assam Accord in toto. Now the question is, there are two things are going on. One is NRC. On the basis of Assam Accord, updating of NRC is going on the basis of Assam Accord. What he has said that after 25th of March 1971, anybody has come to India.
Make the point.
No. Let me.
These are the opening remarks only. We have enough time to debate, but make the quick opening remark because I have to go to other panelists.
Now the question is, if you amend the Citizenship Act, then this Assam Accord will be invalid and NRC will be invalid.
So that is the point you are making. So
no. Let me say, my party is supporting this Assam Accord, and that is why we are totally opposed to the Citizenship Amendment Bill. And there is no religious persecution in Bangladesh also. If you look to Bangladesh situation, Nobody can say that there is religious persecution on Hindus.
Right. Now,
why
I have got two political panelists here, but very quickly, Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, if you can hear me, Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, what have you made of the opening remarks so far? What is your assessment? Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, if you can hear me, what are your opening remarks? Okay, Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, it doesn't seem to be. I will come to Rupam Goswami for his rebuttals, but yes, Mr. Dilip Bora, what do you think?
I will say only 3 points.
Yeah.
Number one is that the proposed citizenship amendment bill, that is actually hurting the spirit of Assam movement and the soul of the Assam Accord. I don't have to elaborate, everybody agrees on that.
Yes.
Then it will also change the very structure of the constitution by attacking the secular concept. That is why it is totally out of sync with the Indian democracy. Then thirdly, out of sync with Indian democratic setup, because our democracy is based on secularism. And third point I want to make is that Assamese people are not Hindus, neither they are Muslims or Christians or any religious community. They are a community of different religious groups, different ethnic groups, and different linguistic groups.
Combination.
They have come together and formed a greater Assamese community.
Okay, that's a very interesting point which Dilip Bora is making. Yes. Now, Rupam Goswami, you have a lot to answer. You are saying that they're basically arguing, the argument is that, you cannot differentiate a foreigner on the basis of religion. Therefore, the whole citizenship amendment idea is absolutely flawed.
Number one, first of all, I want to make a statement about the Congress people, because
it's not a question of Congress or BJP. It's a question of talk about the general argument that the bill itself, amendment is flawed. Amendment proposal is flawed because there cannot be citizenship granted on the basis of religion. That is the general argument.
I hope you will give me the scope to speak. I want to request to kindly not to disturb
make your opening remarks.
So because everybody spoke, so I have lost to answer. The whole country was divided on the basis of religion, India and Pakistan. So during that time, Assam also supposed to go with the Pakistan. But somehow we are lucky that Gopinath Bordoloi, under the leadership of Gopinath Bordoloi, he has saved us. Why? Because Pakistan has become Islamic country. So Gopinath Bordoloi understand that if Assam is going with this Group C, that is with Pakistan, then there is a dangerous for the Hindu community of Assam. So that was the main instinct, and during that time they understand. Now, people are speaking only Bengali. There is not only Bengali or only one country, Bangladesh. In this citizenship bill, and there are 3 countries, please. There are 3 countries, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh. And Hindus, Sikhs, Jain, Buddhists, Isais, all are included in this Citizenship Bill Act. And this is not only for Assam, it is for the country. Because do you know that India doesn't have an immigration act?
No, let us not go into...
No. You have to come.
Because what is the mood in Assam? What is the mood in Assam? Do you have...
India... BJP believes.
What is the mood in Assam? What do you think about the mood in Assam?
Let me clear our party stand.
Yeah, very quickly.
We are very clear on this, that Hindu cannot be a foreigner in India.
So have you already decided?
We are not like Congress.
Because the JPC... No, I have got a question. The JPC has not given its recommendation. Have you already decided to amend the bill, if necessary, through an ordinance? Is it already decided?
No, not at all.
JPC is not necessary. No, just a minute. Let him finish.
JPC will give their judgment to the
but
parliament.
Party has already decided, is it?
This party stand is very clear from 1980 when being the formation of the party.
So I will go to Samajal. Dr. Samajal Bhattacharjee.
Just a minute. Just a second.
What is the impression you are getting?
18 December 2003 on the Rajya Sabha spoke in favor of this act. Not only that, Shankar Rai Chaudhary Congress MP of West Bengal, he also spoke.
Okay.
Written on the Parliament of
do you, Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, are you getting a sense that even before the JPC's report is tabled, do you think the BJP will go to any extent to get the bill passed, if necessary, through an ordinance? Is this the impression you are getting, or that is not the case?
No, we are observing the whole situation at any cost, at any atmosphere. We won't accept this bill. That is number one. Not bill, order, notification, everything. Let me submit that after historic Assam movement, historic Assam Accord was signed. For whole of the country, we have accepted the burden who have entered up to 71 Hindus and Muslims. After 71 Hindus and Muslims, we cannot accept. Beyond 71 Hindus or Muslims, we cannot accept. Assam is not a grazing ground, dumping ground for illegal Bangladeshis. So Assam Accord is there. So Government of India and Government of Assam, they cannot ignore Assam Accord. That is number one. Number two, as our other panelists have said, in our country, the citizenship cannot be decided on the basis of religion. Number two. Number three, I'd like to clarify. We are not against Muslims, we are not against Hindus, we are not against Bengalis, we are against illegal Bangladeshis. That point is very clear. And one point is very clear that, see, India is for Indians. And Assam is in India. So Assam in India cannot be a place of illegal Bangladeshis. That's very clear. And one thing is very clear that before this assembly election, I am just focusing assembly election.
Yeah.
Before the assembly election, the leaders of the ruling party, they had committed to us that they will protect the interests of the indigenous people. That is number one. And it will be second Saraighat war.
Yeah.
They had committed to us. So this is not the situation. And India Vision document, I like to tell you, India Vision document, there is not a single word of that bill. In the Vision document, there is not a single word. They have said they will implement the Assam Accord in letter and spirit. So they should keep their commitment. But one thing is very clear, that we won't accept, and we will continue this movement through Assam and Northeast and throughout the country.
Absolutely. On this note, I'll go for a short break, but don't go away. When I come back, I shall go to Dr. Okhilaranjan Datta and all my panelists and come to Rupam Goswami for his views on the points made that are going to be made by the panelists. Welcome back. Let me go straight to Dr. Okhilaranjan Datta. Dr. Okhilaranjan Datta, the general argument is that the BJP is saying that this is not an amendment proposal only for Assam. It's an entire country, it's a countrywide amendment aimed at, not just Hindus, but Sikhs, Parsis, Jains and everybody, Christians who are persecuted. Do you think that is a valid ground for this amendment to proceed, at least in the case of Assam?
I think BJP's argument is based on a lot of fallacies. Let me point out that very argument that Mr. Rupam Goswami has made is very unfortunate in the sense that BJP hasn't understood that India is not Pakistan. India is a secular country, therefore India has sustained democracy. India has sustained democracy because India has adopted citizenship as a secular category. I think their fundamental argument, the very basic argument in support of the amendment bill is based on lot of fallacies, and that is detrimental to the achievements of Indian democracy. This is the first argument that I wanted to make. Second one is why the other states of India hasn't protested against this bill. Because there will be not that much of impact as a result of this bill as it will happen in case of Assam. Other states in the country didn't have a 5-year-long struggle against foreigners. It is only the state of Assam which had long 6 years long, not 5 years.
We have a history that has to be.
And the third argument, BJP has also failed to understand that the kind of consensus which has emerged against the Citizenship Amendment Bill is not manufactured by
certain political parties.
Okay, Professor Akhil Ranjan Datta, hold your thoughts. Yes, you have made the point. You have made the point basically, but I will come to you, Rupam, for your clearance, and I'll go to Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee as well. But Aminul Islam, you know, as Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee has said, this is not against Hindus, this is not against Muslims, this is not against Bengalis. So why a section of political and other groups are trying to communalize this situation? Why do you think? And why is it that your party included has not clarifying matters to the extent that one would have liked?
The question that Mr. Rupam Goswami asked that during the time of partition under the leadership
But answer my question first.
Yeah, now our party clearly stand. Then and we also supported the bond that was held on
23rd. Yes.
23rd. We supported. We provide our support because we are against the Citizenship Amendment Act. But the causes and the reasons they are showing that when India was the partition of India was caused, then under the leadership of Gopinath Bardoloi, then the major and vital role was played Maulana Abdul Hamid Khan Bhashani, Usman Ali Sodagar from Nagaon, Abdul Qadir from Borpeta, and Maulana Amiruddin from Moregaon. They were Muslims, but they fled away from Muslim League and they were joined the group of Gopinath Bardoloi and they voted that Assam should be remain within the under India.
So what is the point you were trying to make?
So that was not communal. The BJP, they are showing that the partition was on the basis of communal. But there are four numbers of Muslim MLAs. They also joined.
Partition is on the basis of Hindu and Muslim.
By
and what you are speaking.
And it was
very unfortunate.
And India stayed.
It is very unfortunate, Mr. Aminu. Your party has fought to safeguard all illegal immigrants. What do you say?
Listen to me.
You people oppose agitation.
Assam stayed with India, and the resolution was passed by only one vote. Only one vote. And those,
you are heading all this.
Those MLAs I have called
What do you say? What is your hidden agenda? What is your hidden agenda?
They also no. That was not communal. You are showing the entire situation with communal point of view. That was not communal. But they also joined Gopinath Bardoloi and they stayed. They voted.
You are the culprit. Assam is
Anyway, let us
Wasbir, can I make a point? Can I make a
try to
point?
understand the people of
Can I make a point?
People of Assam have seen.
Let me go. Can I go bring out a panelist? No, can I bring out a panelist? Please, Aminul.
You should not color political, communal color.
Everybody knows who want to make
Can I
this
make a point?
Assam a second Kashmir.
No.
Who want to make this Assam a second Kashmir.
And your party MLA is advocating that they are going to make Assam second Tripura. Second Tripura. Your MLA, your party MLA is
he's not never
that we are going to make it second Tripura. He has tweeted.
Somebody has tweeted.
He has tweeted that they are going to make Assam second Tripura.
Come on, we cannot go in a fist fight. Hang on, Aminul. No, you cannot dominate.
And will never allow your dirty agenda
We have a lot of
make Assam
panelists.
Tripura.
Let us
We
make
can
sense.
never allow your dirty
Let us make sense. Let us make sense. No, you cannot go on like this. Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, this is the problem, isn't it? People talk when we are discussing an issue of citizenship. As you have said, people, the political class, I'm not talking about who, as you have seen, political class only makes it Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians. It's an issue of a national versus non-national, isn't it?
But if you quote
it's a question of citizen versus non-citizen. Let him speak.
No. Congress has opposed the Assam agitation.
No. Let Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee speak.
But
no. Let him
given us 85
you solved the Assam.
Don't forget this.
No, let Samujjal Bhattacharjee speak. Yes, Samujjal Bhattacharjee. Go on. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, go on.
See, whether we want a permanent solution of this problem or not.
I'm coming to you.
We should decide whether we want a permanent solution of the vexed foreign national problem or not. That should be finalized first. And we want a permanent solution of the vexed foreign national problem. And to be honest, we should be very clear that after signing the Assam Accord in last 33 years, all political parties were in power either in Delhi or in Dispur. All political parties were in power. So in last 32 years, all political parties have failed to solve this rights foreign national problem by implementing Assam Accord. This is the reality. Now, we want a permanent solution. What can be the permanent solution? Detect, delete and deport the illegal Bangladeshis. Seal these Indo-Bangla borders. Out of 268 kilometers, 100 kilometers is porous. Give us constitutional safeguard. Protect tribal belts and blocks and lands of Sotras. All this should be as per Assam Accord. Now, the updating of NRC is as per Assam Accord. That is number one. And it is continuously monitored by the Supreme Court of India. And only because of the continuous monitoring of the Supreme Court of India, we have this final draft and the process is on. The claims and objection process is on. Now, the most dangerous equation. We have seen, we have full faith on Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court of India is monitoring, so we will have a illegal Bangladesh name-free correct NRC. On the other hand, the central government, with the support of the Assam government, they are trying to introduce this bill to make NRC irrelevant. That's very dangerous. We cannot accept that. We cannot accept that. We want a Bangladesh name-free correct NRC. It's a design of the government of India to hold this process.
Mr. Dilip Bora, now this is the issue, the diametrically opposite stand of your alliance partner, that is the leading alliance partner, that is the BJP and you. I mean, your party president has said that alliance is extremely shaky. He has openly admitted, you have heard it. Now, do you think that there is an allegation against the AGP that you want to enjoy the benefits of power, you want to oppose the BJP by remaining within the government, you have got 3 cabinet ministers, you have all the privileges and powers, and still you will keep on criticizing?
We have clarified this stand a number of times. The alliance was there for power sharing, and there was a special situation at that time. We wanted a corruption-free government, a government that works. On that basis, and government that protects the interests of the indigenous people, we voted. We came together, we voted for each other parties. Also BPF was also there, and then we have come to the power. And then we have formed an alliance and we are running the government. That does not mean that ideologically we are same or one with BJP. We have always said that it is the interest of the indigenous people which will be championed by AGP first. And now the interest of the indigenous people is threatened. So the alliance is shaky. Yes, anytime it may break.
Right. Now, Prasenjit Biswas, if you can hear me, Dr. Prasenjit Biswas, are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Now you have heard the diametrically opposite views of the political parties. They are trying to basically talk about Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs. But basically, the question is simple, as Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee has said. It's a question of citizens and non-citizens, isn't it? Technically speaking, it's that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, but between citizens and non-citizens, there's a question of compassion, there's a question of empathy, even for those who are non-citizens. Now, the point is that a large number of genuine Indian citizens have been rendered stateless, numbering 40 lakhs. Now, if you create that kind of a crisis, these people will look for some protection.
Come to a conclusion.
No, I'm saying if you create that kind of a crisis of statelessness, that will call for another round of seeking a protection.
He has come to a conclusion.
Using that kind of a situation, the BJP is trying to push his citizenship bill agenda, because you have created at the end of NRC process many genuine Indian citizens as stateless. You can see recent suicide by Nirad Baran Das. You can see deaths in detention camp. And many of these people have documents to prove their antecedents in Assam, but they are somehow being victimized. So if you victimize people, then that results into a kind of ethnic tension, that results into polarization, that creates a kind of hegemony, and on the other side, creates a definite threat to the territorial integrity and inter-community relationship in Assam. We should not be polarizing the discourse in this way.
Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, the ASU, you had said earlier, after the final draft was published, you had said that ASU will go all out to support these genuine Indian citizens from within these 40 lakh people. If any genuine Indian citizen name is not there in the claims and objection process, ASU is going to render full assistance. Do you stand by your decision? Do you stand by your argument?
Yes, we are 100%. Yes, we are 100% stand by our stand. Because we are for Assam Accord. Those who have entered up to 71 Hindus and Muslims, they can stay in Assam. those who have entered after 71 Hindu Muslim, they must be deported. Very clear. And regarding that, after publication of the draft, yes, some Indian citizens are missing from the draft. Okay, we are stand by it and we are extending support to them. Our office is working on that. Those who have approached us, we are extending full support, even to the voters, even to the other people who are facing problem. Yes, we are stand by with the pre-71 Hindu Muslim people. That's very clear, and we are working. Yeah. We are working. And today also, I'd like to express our views through your program. If anybody faces any problem, yes, we are here to support them. Pre-71.
Pre-71, ASU is also going to... Duzen Sharma, and I want your views also, Rupam Goswami, later. But Mr. Duzen Sharma, you know, why is it that there were media reports that after the first month of this claims and objection process, there were very few people who had come with claims, actually, you know, as well as objections. Objections were, I mean, very few, and even the claims was not as expected.
Now, first of all, I like to answer Mr. Prasenjit Biswas what he has said. He has come to a conclusion that these 40 lakhs, they are in trouble. Actually, not that. There are many. No. Let me allow a few minutes to speak. There are many Assam. Let me allow to speak.
Yes, please.
There are many Assamese people, many tribal people, many Indian citizens whose names are not there, who are included in these 40 lakhs, and many Bengali who are Indian citizens. Their names are also not included. There is a scope to prove that they are Indian citizens, and those who have come after 25th of March. According to Assam Accord, they are foreigners, so their cases should not be considered. Now I like to clarify one thing, Mr. Wasbir Hussain, that Mr. Goswami has given a very wrong statement that Gopinath Bordoloi, he came with this to protect the Hindus of Assam. It is not that. At the time of grouping,
what was wrong on it? What was wrong on it?
No, listen to me. I have not spoken when you are speaking. It is at the time of...
You are always double standard, sir. People are always
you will give your comment. You give your comment after that.
Always double standard.
You wait. Sir, Gopinath Bordoloi went to Mahatma Gandhi that Assamese have a separate identity. Assamese people have separate language. Assamese people have separate culture. So we are not same to Bengalis. We cannot be included in East Bengal. And that is why Mahatma Gandhi could understand at that time that Assam is a separate nation, so and must be in India.
So and you made your point.
That is the point.
So you are saying basically
Assam was saved by Gopinath.
Yeah, you are saying that it is not on the basis of religion.
It is not on the basis of Hindus.
Not religion, but ethnicity.
Yes,
that is what is the simple point.
It is not on religion
that you are making. Yes. But Rupam Goswami, my question is, you know, during the first month of this claims and objections exercise, you've got 40 lakh names which are not there. And now many people are saying that, oh, nothing to worry because this is not the final process because claims and objection opportunity will be given. But when the claims and objection opportunity is given, not many people have come forward. So what is your assessment? Why is it so?
Look, there are many reasons, not only one reason. There are many people, there is a time we'll do it. Then they are also waiting what the judgment Supreme Court gives. And there are many people who are not that much educated. So then the parties...
So there are very many reasons. But
there are many reasons, not only one reason.
But another question which I would like to ask you, that 23rd October Bandh, which was absolutely successful. So these are the same people. I mean, see, it's not one organization which is called the Bandh. There are many organizations who are involved in this Bandh. But what does it signify? These are most of the people. After all, no Bandh can be successful without the support of the ordinary common people. Now, these are the same people who voted for your party.
Can you give me some time to speak on the Bandh?
Yes.
Look, I personally totally against any kind of Bandh. Bandh first successful because of the insurance policy. Because buses, if their buses are ransacked during the Bandh, then insurance policy doesn't cover it. Even the shops also. And what is the real support? You call a Bandh And there should not be any picketer. There should not be any lighting of tires. There should not be any miscreants who ransack the shops. Because no businessman, nobody likes to do like that. And second is the staff. Whenever there is a transportation problem, the automatic staff cannot come to the shops. So bonds, whoever, just a minute.
You are saying that the bond did not have much of a support.
No, I tell you that bond where picketers act and where this sort of things happens, you cannot say that there is a mass support.
Are you saying that it is terror?
Yes.
So,
government
I want to tell you,
all machinery.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have also seen many in Congress time. Don't forget, sir. Don't forget, sir.
No.
We have not forgotten. What you have done in Congress, people of Assam has a bit of experience.
No. Just a minute.
We are in Congress for a long time.
So that cannot be a...
No. Rupam Goswami...
You cannot count.
We have
such a whole of support.
Rupam Goswami, my question is to Samujal Bhattacharjee, but before that, let me put on record, the BJP had only recently called the band in West Bengal. You had called several other bands, but that is not the point of discussion.
Today they are holding band in West Bengal.
Today they are holding a band. Today, that means...
that is good. If it is given by
BJP...
Imagine the double standard. Double standard of the party, just imagine.
I just want to speak for 2 minutes. Number one is that whenever Assam faces a problem, the Congress and Communists, they play such a role that the whole of Assam got disturbed, and they always try to communalize Assamese and Bengalis. That's what's happening.
But where is the Congress today?
Yes, because they are instigating.
But you have defeated the Congress, no? You have defeated the Congress 2.5 years ago.
The communists who supported China during the Chinese aggression at Assam.
Do you mean
the
to say
Congress
that,
who opposes the Assam integration?
That means
the communists who opposes the Assam integration.
Are you saying
because there are some hidden agenda? No, there are some hidden agenda.
Hindu identity. Who is exploiting Hindu Bengalis today? Isn't that BJP who is using this communal card among Hindu Bengalis to garner their vote?
Where are the communists in Assam?
People should
Where are the
understand
communists in Assam?
these things very much.
Rupam Goswami, do you think the communists are a huge force in Assam? Do you think that the communists are playing?
One thing we must say, the bond was actually not against any community.
Yes.
Whether it's Bengali or any other Indian community.
But people are speaking only Bengali. There are 5, 6 religions. Why people are speaking only Bengali?
Yes.
Why people are speaking only Bengali?
And that's all.
Why Hindu Bengali? Why not the other religions? Why not Jain? There are Bodos. Why not only Hindu Bengali? Why politicking?
Let us go to
BJP is playing a Hindu Bengali card.
Wasbir, can I have you
Let me go to Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee. The breaking news today is that your organization, that is the All Assam Students Union, has, correct me if I am wrong, you have not given a bond for 10 years now. On 2nd of November, it will be 10 years since the ASU had not called a bond. Is it true or am I wrong?
Yeah, 3rd November, it will be 10 years. We are avoiding bonds. That is our policy. But let us be very clear on one point. That's clear.
I want to congratulate.
But see. Let me submit.
No, let him speak.
Let me submit. Wasbir Hussain is right. It is 3rd November. We won't say that we won't call bond. We'll call bond, but we are avoiding. That's number one. Number two, regarding the Citizenship Act, I'm just repeating again. This solution must be as per Assam Accord. There is continuous movement in the state of Assam, throughout Northeast, and we will continue our movement.
Now, what is the road ahead, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee? What is the road ahead? What will happen if the government takes the ordinance route? If the government is to pass an ordinance and pass this amendment, what happens?
That is the trend today.
No, what happens? What is your assessment?
We'll see three strategies. That is within the state of Assam, we'll continue our movement. ASU and 28 other ethnic organizations and other organizations also. In Northeast, with the under the leadership of NASU, we are continuing our movement. Recently, before Puja, we went to Delhi and we have said 7 states we are opposing it. That is number 2. And Meghalaya government, with the support of the BJP, they are forming the government, but they are opposing. Number 3, that is, we are organizing the national and regional political parties so that they can carry our issues in the floor of the JPC. One thing is very clear, CA, we are not prepared to stay like a second-class citizen in our motherland. We will spare anybody. We will spare anybody, I am telling you. Through this discussion, I am telling you, we are not prepared to stay like a second-class citizen in our own motherland. It is not against Muslims, Hindus or Bengalis, but the indigenous people. We must stay like a first-class citizen. We also want to live like a true Indians. And if the central government impose this bill on us, we will spare any politician, I am telling you.
That is a very strong statement coming from you, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee. You have said that you will not spare any political party.
Yes, because the political leaders, starting from Honorable Chief Minister to opposition leaders, to all political parties, MPs, they must take their stand on behalf of the people, indigenous people of Assam. They must clarify their stand before pull what they had said. They should keep their word. If the central government impose anything on us, how we can expect? How we can accept? No, we cannot. See, I would like to highlight one thing. In 1949, the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, he had directed the then Assam Chief Minister Gopinath Bordoloi to settle refugees.
Right.
I am repeating the word refugees in the state of Assam. But Gopinath Bordoloi refused. He said no, no and no. We want now the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam. He came from the, he was in the whole moment. We want to hear a strong voice from him, from the Assam cabinet. They should tell the central government, no to this bill.
Right.
Because it affects the interest of the indigenous people.
Right.
Assam cannot be allowed to be the grazing ground for illegal Bangladeshis.
I will go for a short break, but before that, Rupam Goswami, I've got a very simple question to you. Very simple question. As the ruling party, you have to respect the sentiments of the people of Assam, isn't it? Because people of Assam have reported complete faith in you, given you a majority. First shot, 60 MLAs. From 5, you became 60. You are comfortably running the government today. So, you have to respect the sentiments of the people of Assam, yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
And when
our Honorable Chief Minister always speaks that we won't do any such work which hurts the people of Assam.
Now, if necessary, Rupam Goswami, will Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal in his government, will you be ready to tell your central leaders that please don't do this, if necessary? Please don't do this will not be against the interest of Assam. Will you be prepared to do that or not? If necessary.
Look, people of Assam, around 3 crores 20 lakhs people. So you should respect all 3 crore 20 lakhs people.
Yes, of course. Why not?
So,
but there is something called majority of the people.
Obviously, because we are the indigenous people of Assam. Definitely, as we spoke, Jati Mati Bheti, we'll keep on stand on that and will definitely do no such work which will harm the indigenous people of Assam.
Okay, good statement coming. Let us hope it is implemented in letter and spirit. BJP spokesman Rupam Goswami saying that the BJP party and the government will not do anything that hurts the sentiments of the people of Assam. We go for a short break. Stay on, we'll be right back in just a minute. Welcome back. Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, before I thank you for joining me on this program, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, what is the road ahead? What is your advice to the government of Assam now? And what do you think are things going to pan out in the days ahead?
Because 80% people of Assam had voted for this government under the leadership of Sarbananda Sonowal. It's a AGP, BJP, BPF, Ganashakti and Rabha and all this coalition government.
Right.
So they should respect the sentiment of the people of Assam. Before the election, they have said they will protect the interests of the indigenous people. They should tell to the central leadership no to this Citizenship Amendment Bill. Implement Assam Accord. Protect the interests of the indigenous people of Assam.
Absolutely. And at the same time, you are also saying that it's not against Bengalis, lot of politicizing going on. lot of people are saying that, oh, Bengalis are not allowed to hold a meeting, this and that, lot of things. People are trying to capitalize on this situation. That should not happen, Dr. Bhattacharjee.
Assam is not a place for communalism. Assam is not a place for communalism. It's not a place for fundamentalism. It is not a place for illegal Bangladeshis.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank you, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee. Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee has made it very clear that, the road ahead, since all the political parties combined, a vast majority of the people voted for the government, which is today headed by Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal. Therefore, they have to respect the sentiments of the people. And Rupam Goswami has already said they will not do anything that hurts the interest of the people of Assam.
Yes, I think they should respect it. But if we go by the, narratives of Rupam Goswami, that's not convincing. The Honorable Chief Minister has been telling it time and again. But the way the Citizenship Amendment Bill has been pursued, that has already been hurting the sentiments of the indigenous people of Assam. Now, the protest against this is not by a particular organization. The protests are all across the state of Assam, particularly from among the indigenous people of the state. Therefore, time and again telling it that they are not going to hurt the sentiments of the people remains very abstract. It has to be transformed or translated into some concrete reality. They have to come up with a concrete kind of stand that they are not going to support the Citizenship Amendment Bill.
Right.
One. Second, I'll give quick two responses to what Rupam Goswami said. One, Gopinath Bordoloi cannot be reduced to a Hindutva ideologue. He protested against Assam being put into Group C, but at the same time, he worked with Indian National Congress, and he was a member of the Constituent Assembly of Assam, Constituent Assembly of India, meaning the secular credentials of citizenship was wholeheartedly supported by Gopinath Bordoloi.
Right.
Second, the people who protested, people who were arrested during India-China conflict, the communists were not necessarily the spies of China. Remember, Vishnu Rabha was arrested. Gauri Shankar Bhattacharjee was arrested. Let Rupam Goswami tell, was Vishnu Rabha a spy of China? Was Gauri Shankar Bhattacharjee a spy of China? Therefore, these very, very narrow statements should be avoided by the responsible political leaders. That's a request to
Rupam, you have got. I'll come to Dilip after your response.
No, I'm talking about, I'm speaking that the Communist Party has openly supported China. I'm not talking about who has been arrested for what. That is about the Indian government. That time Congress was running the Indian government. I'm not speaking that. I'm speaking the spirit. Look, just a minute. Communists, just please listen to me. Please listen to me, Akhil, please listen to me. Please listen to me. Communists believe in a stateless society. Communists believe in a stateless society. That is, they have to clarify it.
They have been clarifying it.
You clarify it. Are you advocating communist? Are you a communist? Akhil, are you a communist?
I think he is a leftist.
I believe in left ideology.
Then tell me, the left ideology is a stateless society. The left ideology is a stateless society. So how can a communist be a patriotic? Tell me.
No.
Communist ideology is a stateless society. So how can communists be a patriotic? Tell me, okay.
Classless society, stateless society is the higher goal. That may not be achieved at a single point of time.
People understand, people have seen communists. People have seen communists in India.
Members of the Communist Party of India.
People have seen communists.
Gauri Shankar Bhattacharjee was a member of the Assam Legislative Assembly for 4 times.
But he is giving the example of Gauri Shankar Bhattacharjee. What do you think of him?
Dastemini Rupam Goswami.
I don't want to speak to individuals.
Let him
of
speak.
Assam Legislative Assembly for 4 times. Read the statements given by Gauri Shankar Bhattacharjee. Then you understand what does a Communist Party member mean. Stateless society is not a very abstract entity. They talk about non-discrimination.
Okay.
Non-discrimination.
Okay, hold on. Let me come to Dilip Bora. Mr. Dilip Bora, yes, what do you make of this?
No, my only point is that the road ahead, how to go about it.
Yeah.
So first thing, we have asked the central government not to pass the bill. And also in the JPC, we have put forward our views. We have also asked JPC to come to Assam once again. And before submission of the final report, they should consult once more the people of Assam. This is the first thing we have said. In case Government of India takes the ordinance route, in that case, we will have no alternative but to leave the government, number one. Number two, then we will have to go to the court. The ordinance will be challenged legally. And third thing that we will do is that we will take the movement to the street. So we will depend on the people of Assam to take up the issue on the street and make the Government of India realize where is the support lies. Whether this bill is supported by 20%, opposed by 80%, or the bill is supported by 80%, opposed by 20%.
Okay, that is a very clear-cut challenge. That is a Rupam Goswami.
And we are ready for that.
Rupam Goswami, that is a challenge given by the AGP, your alliance partner, saying that if there is an ordinance to pass this bill, for number one, AGP is going to quit the government, AGP is going to move court, and then AGP is going to tackle the battle to the movement to the streets. What do you have to say? Do you think that instead of threatening the AGP should quit now, or do you take it as a threat, or are you willing to talk to the AGP and address their concerns?
He is talking hypothetical. I don't want to comment on hypothetical things. Our point is very clear that BJP will respect the sentiments of people of Assam. BJP won't do any such work which hurts the people of Assam.
Right, very clear. Both
and
BJP
will safeguard the indigenous people. Don't worry.
Professor Prasenjit Biswas, you have heard the AGP leader very categorical. He said if the government takes the ordinance route, they're going to quit the government, they're going to move the court, they're going to take the movement to the streets. And the BJP leader here saying that they will not do anything that will hurt the sentiment of the people of Assam. They will respect the sentiment of the people of Assam. Two clear-cut views. Now, then what is the problem? What is going on?
I want to add, we have seen the government of AGP for 10 years.
No, again, but you have decided to be with the AGP.
No, we have no problem.
Can I say something?
Having the problem with the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Why we bring up all the time this government is previous governments? That is not important. What is important is that
you people supported Rajya Sabha. That is the important. You people supported 2003 Rajya Sabha.
You listen to me.
What is your advice?
No. You are playing a double standard.
Mr. Wasbir Hussain,
I have got a specific question.
If you don't allow us to speak, you don't invite us.
I am allowing you to speak. Don't get emotional. Don't get emotional.
BJP is playing a double standard.
You tell me in Bihar, you are opposing.
They are interrupting when you are speaking. We are listening to him.
Am I not right?
I am only trying to ask you a question. Dijan Sharma.
They have passed. Let me finish.
Let
me say.
Yes.
They have passed. BJP has passed two resolutions. One in national executive and one is state executive in Majuli. That they
we are transparent. We are transparent.
Let me speak.
You are not
I have not spoken when you are speaking.
But you have to clarify my point.
No, you are
what did you speak in Barak? You just clarify.
You are playing a double standard.
Barak you supported. Your MLA supported openly.
They have passed two resolutions in their state executive and national executive that they support the Citizenship Amendment Bill. And we are totally opposed to it. Because
but in Barak you are supporting it.
Because it
in
will harm.
You are opposing. In Barak you are supporting.
Let me speak. Because
in Rajya Sabha you are supporting.
It will.
I have the statement of your Manmohan Singh, your former Prime Minister.
It will harm the integrity of and Assamese people, indigenous people, it will harm.
You oppose the Assam agitation. You remember that? You oppose the Assam agitation. You have killed 855 Shaheeds. Young people, young blood, Assamese blood. You have killed. Do you remember that?
Now you listen to me that
you people talk about Assam.
This government,
to safeguard Assam.
Government in proceeding to bring.
You have brought all these illegal migrants
an ordinance.
Let us don't deviate from the topic. Let's argue.
Now they are going to bring an ordinance. I have gone through a news report today that BJP is going to bring an ordinance and it will be dangerous for Assam. And
Assam will, I predict that Assam will burn if they bring an ordinance on citizenship amendment bill.
See, don't accuse me of not allowing you to speak. That is the reason why I invite you again and again and again. And let me go to Prasenjit Biswas. Prasenjit, you know, what you have seen,
Right.
I was asking you, AGP has made a very clear-cut statement. Do you think these are again politics? These are again statements aimed at garnering the sympathy of the people? Do you think it is time for the AGP to act?
Keeping in mind that there is an election at the hustings, AGP doesn't want to lose its base in the Brahmaputra Valley. And BJP is behind the AGP. If BJP loses its face before the Assamese middle class, AGP is there to help it out. So there is a match fixing going on between AGP and BJP. BJP, on the other hand, in Barak Valley, is nurturing the idea that they are going to definitely bring citizenship bill if they win May 2019 election. Prior to that, they will bring an ordinance. Now you can imagine the kind of manipulative tactic that they are deploying in misleading the mass people, also to capture their votes and to remain in power. They are playing it both ways. On the one hand, they are supporting it. On the other hand, they are opposing it, depending on where they are speaking it. So therefore, the position taken by AGP and BJP is extremely problematic. As far as Congress is concerned, Congress also played double politics. In Barak Valley, they supported. In Brahmaputra Valley, they opposed. Now, you see, this kind of political duplicity is completely destroying Assam. Assam should not be left to the hands of political entrepreneurs. There should be greater amount of stress on building up ethnic harmony, on rebuilding inter-community relationship, in bringing everyone together in a common idea. That idea is getting lost in Assam. The idea of Assam is getting defeated in this whole melee of political besmirching each other.
Very important argument. I am sure Mr. Dilip Bora will have to say something on this. He has a lot to say on this, as well as Rupam Goswami of the BJP. But before that, Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, you have heard Prasenjit Biswas saying that there is a...
No, I have not heard him.
Okay, he says, Dr. Prasenjit Biswas has said that there is a match fixing going on between the BJP and the AGP. If the people who are antagonized by the BJP, those are the people who will support the AGP. At the end of the day, they will keep their support base together and move ahead together. So that is the hypothesis which is given by Dr. Prasenjit Biswas. He is saying that there is a match fixing going on, and he said that Assam should not be left to political entrepreneurs, quote unquote, and it should be there should be political harmonization among communities and so on. That is the basic gist of Dr. Prasenjit Biswas's comment. What do you think?
I support Prasenjit Biswas when he says that there should be a harmony among different communities of Assam. I do not have any disagreement on that point. As far as the alliance or the kind of relationship between BJP and AGP is concerned, I have always been telling that at the end of the day, it will be AGP who will be losing every ground, because BJP is a very, very strong party. It has cadre-based kind of strategies and so on and so forth, and it has a very strong strategic it can manufacture many things in a very strategic manner, which SCP is not capable of doing it. As far as SCP's stand is concerned, I am not very convinced about it. It says if this particular amendment is converted into an act, then SGP will leave the government. Is it a political commitment? Is it a political stand? If this amendment is converted into an act, what we will do afterwards? If you want to resist it, and if you want to go to the people, my appeal to SGP is this: you leave the government, go to the people,
okay, you have made your point.
Go to the court and challenge it.
Dilip Bora.
Real politics is quite different than what ideological politics is. And you have to take into consideration a lot of factors. And main factors is a concern for AGP, at least, the concern that affects the indigenous people's interest. To protect the indigenous people's interest, we have to take different decisions in different times, keeping ideology in our overall view. That is what we are doing, and we will continue to do. Second thing, I want to clarify Dr. Prasenjit Biswas's comment that is a match fixing going on, I totally object to it. Because in politics, you have to adjust to certain circumstances for the benefit of the people. We have to look at the long-term benefit. In 2016, the situation was completely different. People had a different view than what kind of government they were looking forward to in 2016.
I'm running
it's completely different.
Completely short of time.
We represent people. Political parties represent people.
Absolutely.
Political parties do not play match fixing. But they represent people. Whether they are Congress, they are BJP, they represent a chunk of the people.
Now,
it may be the majority, it may be the minority.
Yes,
this is a very sweeping comment that we are playing a match fixing game. That is, I do not subscribe to that.
Rupam Goswami,
I'm happy to hear this clarification. But nevertheless, I would say that match fixing is going on. And in a very clever way, it is happening.
Okay. Match fixing, Rupam Goswami, match fixing is a very big crime. Rupam Goswami.
I don't want to comment on others' comment. It is very clear from our point that people of Assam should, from their experience, they should identify who are their rivals, who are the people which they have a threat. So they have to identify those people, and we are always with the people of Assam, and we believe that people of Assam is also with us. So definitely we are here for Jati Mati Bheti, and we are stand by our all commitments, and we want to develop our state to a level in a country so that we reaches within 2 or 3 numbers in the country.
My last comments, Dujan Sharma, I've got a question.
Yes.
Not that, AGP is going to take your advice or the BJP is going to take your advice, but as a senior politician, what is your advice to the AGP? Do you advise the AGP like Dr. Akhilanjan Datta did, please quit the party now and take your movement to the streets?
Yes, straightly I will advise the AGP, if they want, that they should come out of BJP, because this is the high time.
Are you saying this because it serves your interest?
No.
Is it your wish list?
No.
Are you saying this because it serves the interest of the Congress party, which is desperately trying to get something out of this?
No, not on that basis. I am saying.
Hope AGP will listen to you.
I am saying on this because if you are opposing certain thing and if you live with those people, people do not accept. You are in the government, and you are subscribing.
You have already said that.
But you should, as a
I'm running absolutely
there are many individual people who may oppose certain things, but Congress has passed the resolution on this basis. So this only last sentence I want to say that Jati Mati Bheti
what do you say on that? You have not clarified. You have not clarified about
let him speak. This is last word.
BJP statement is a hypocrisy. People could understand that.
Okay. We have to take. We'll wait and watch. Just a minute. I am running absolutely short of time. Let us not come back to the same thing again and again. I think this has been a very engaging discussion on the citizenship issue, and we have to wait and watch how things pan out. And of course, as experience and past presidents have said, anything can happen in politics, and we have to take what political leaders say with a huge pinch of salt. No offense intended. On that note, I thank all my panelists to have joined this program. Good night and goodbye.